welcome to São Tomé das Letras. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go and explore the most mystical city in all of Brazil. Feijoada. Brazilian people don't eat without beans. One would have to wonder now, why would this city specifically would attract all these different kind of people, you know, that are interested in the supernatural world, UFOs, ETs, experimenting with magic mushrooms and doing like shamanic rituals here with cacao and ayahuasca, and then all these people, they all just flock to this specific city. Save the rivers, save the hills, the animals, the plants, the birds, life itself. And like, subscribe. You thought I was in India, nah? No, we are in Brazil, in the state of Minas Gerais. This place is called São Tomé das Letras, and it's the most mystical city in all of Brazil. It's all about spirituality, religiosity, all of these spiritual and religious organizations. They have like their headquarters here. And come, I'm gonna show you guys the homestay where I'm staying. And everything here is about Hinduism. Check it out. So they have our Shiva here. And as always, we start with Ganesh. So Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Remove our obstacles. And we are already in breakfast time. So I'm gonna show you guys what we usually have for breakfast in Brazil. Come and check it out. So, for breakfast in Brazil, we have our cheese bread or regular bread. This is called a broa. This is bread, some cake, cheese, fruits. The guys bringing us our coffee. We have butter, we have jam. So a full-on Brazilian breakfast. I think some eggs are coming in also. And yeah, that's what we usually have for breakfast in Brazil. Let's go, let's explore São Tomé das Letras, the most mystical city in all of Brazil. Come on. This is the first church of São Tomé das Letras. This church was all built with this rock that you can find here. This is like a quartz that you can find all around São Tomé here. And this is the first church we say it because if you know one thing is that the majority of the people in Brazil, they are Christians. Nah? So every time they would inaugurate a city, the first thing that they would build is a church, because we were colonized by the Portuguese, and the Portuguese, when they would come to a place to colonize the place, to start new trade, they would also have a mission. They would bring missionaries with them. Their missionaries, their mission was to spread Christianity around the world. So when they can come here and they would inaugurate a city, the first thing they would build is a church just like this one. So all around Minas Gerais, there's all just like ancient churches, beautiful churches, like Goth-style churches. But here in São Tomé, they did it all with these rocks that you can find here. We are going to visit a cave here. First of all, take a look at this beautiful landscape here of São Tomé das Letras. We're like in the middle of the woods here. They have plantations and stuff. And look what they have there. It's a Shiva right in front of the cave. I swear to God, I didn't put this Shiva there. It was already there. And they built like a hobbit house over there. Check it out. There's like a little hobbit house there. And a bunch of other things. Let's go, let's explore the cave. Come on. Here in Minas Gerais is where they have more UFO sightings. So here in São Tomé das Letras, The ET will be everywhere when you're walking around the town. Everything they're selling have like ETs on them, and at night we gather around and we look at the sky so we can see some flying saucers or something. So by the end of the video, let's see if we see some ETs, some flying saucers, see if we get abducted or something, but that's gonna be at night. Let's go and see the waterfalls. Now we finish our journey through the womb of the world. So this cave there, the ancient tribal people, they would consider that cave the womb of the world, because you go in there and you can only hear the water and it's dark, so it reminds us of the womb. So the ancient Brazilian tribes that inhabited this area around here, they would come here, so it's like a sacred cave. And yeah, this is the vibe of the caves here. The guide was telling us that they have like quartz all around the area here, right on the floor. So this quartz brings in energy. So this is a very like powerful place, like energy charge place. And once you come through the caves, you know, like the opening is very wide and then it gets really narrow, and then you come out of it and it's like you're being reborn, right? It's like you're coming out of the nature's womb. And after you leave the cave, you can come to this beautiful paradisic waterfall. Look at the color of this water, so cool, so nice. And that's what we're gonna do now. Let's enjoy this waterfall here, because that's what we came here to do, chase waterfalls in Minas Gerais, São Tomé das Letras. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Joe, help me, Joe! Help me! Help me! Oh. I just left the waterfall and we are going to get something to eat, and then I'm going to show you guys like traditional Brazilian food. But let me tell you guys a little bit about this place. So this town here, it was built on top of like a quartz, you know, the rock. So they say that this rock has like a special vibration. So once you enter the town, you can already like feel, you know, this different vibration from the quartz that is like underground here. And then we are in Minas Gerais. Minas Gerais, it means the general mines. And then what they used to do here is that they would explore this place here for the gold, for the silver, for all just like valuable gems, you know, because in all those hills there used to be all just different gems and precious metals and stuff. So one town around here is called Ouro Preto, is like the black gold. Another one is like Ouro Branco, is like green gold. Another town here is called Diamantina, you know, because it's from diamonds, right? Diamantina, diamonds, because that's what they used to explore here in Minas Gerais. See, this here is the quartz where the city is like built on top of. And now let's go get some food. I'm gonna show you guys like traditional Brazilian food, what we eat here every day. Parmigiana plate. This is like chicken strips, and we are ready for the beans because Brazilian people don't eat without beans. But you can see that they are really well fed, nah? So we all chose chicken because John here is also a Hindu. John, show them your tattoo. Look, John has like the Shiv Trishul tattooed on his arms. Say Hara Hara Mahadev, John. Hara Hara Mahadev. And Eloy is also a witch. She practices witchcraft. And we're all gonna have chicken. check out the teas on the shops. A full shop full of EG stuff and gnome stuff. Witch hats. There's a Shiva in the wild in front of a door. Juggernaut. See, everything a witch needs, you can find on these shops here. All the houses here, they are built with this kind of stones that you can only find here. It's like a mix of quartz and adonite. So many of the houses, the flooring, all the places are built with this. And look, this little shop here, they have like a playing wheel here, little Buddhist playing wheel, and Nepali flag in front of the witch shop. Come on. Let's go into one of these little shops. Nossa. Tudo bom, querida? Budas. Fogo a lenha. Ó, aqui é feijoada. Tutu. Oh. I got a ride with these crazy hippies.
Reconhecimento concluído com sucesso. Levantem, queremos dançar com vocês.
So we are once again in the middle of the woods in Brazil, the Atlantic forest. So in Brazil we have two big forests, no? The Amazon forest and the Atlantic forest. And this one here is the Atlantic forest. So we are right in the middle of the Atlantic forest, going to a waterfall over there. And one thing that is interesting about waterfalls here in Brazil is that they have to be open to the public. So you can buy the land, but you have to make access for people to go into the waterfall. So every natural body of water, it has to be access for the people. I'm a little bit worried because there might be snakes around here, but check it out, this tree over there. Can you see this red thing? So the trees that have these red things over here, you only have those things over there when the air quality is really good. So if you're walking in a forest and you see those red markings on the tree, that means that the air quality around here is awesome. So this is one of the good things about coming to the countryside of Brazil. You have the freshest air. Look, another one. Wow, look at this size of this waterfall, bro. It's like paradise, bro. One would have to wonder now, why would this city specifically would attract all these different kind of people, you know, that are interested in the supernatural world, UFOs, ETs, experimenting with magic mushrooms and doing like shamanic rituals here with cacao and ayahuasca, and then all these people, they all just flock to this specific city in Brazil.
No meio do mato?
Não, não voando, filho. Olha. Nighttime in the town, and no one messes up with their stuff. This artist just left her art here. Some paintings she made on the rocks, the stones, and you get it. You pay. You leave your this is Brazilian's phone pay. Pix is Brazilian phone pay, so you can just pay there and get some art from here. Art. So I was wondering, why would this specific place gather this kind of people, these people that are interested in the spiritual realm, in UFOs and stuff. And one thing that people don't talk about enough here in São Tomé is that here is really available everywhere, the magic mushrooms. So the mushrooms, they grow out of the cow and they have like psychedelic effects, and then all these people, they are coming here and they are using these mushrooms, and they see any light in the sky and they swear to God that they have seen a UFO, or they will experience, something. They will see forest people, imagine I took mushrooms, LSD or whatever, and then you're walking around here, in the forest, and then you will hear the tree whisper something in your ear. You will see a fairy tale, a fairy, a gnome, werewolves, or whatever, all here, because of course your mind is disturbed by substances, or enhanced, however you call it. So yeah, this is a place for psychonauts, consciousness explorers, people that do these kind of things. They like to come here, but you don't need any of that to enjoy nature. You just need to have your eyes and your senses open and check out that waterfall over there. And isn't the real God nature? There's water, earth, air, space, the ether, sound, smells, taste, forms. Like this is God, however you call it. So I think maybe more than psychedelic experiences, more than witchcraft, is something way more basic and way more simple, that is life, manifestation, creation, how everything comes to be, how everything comes to be, why this is like this and this is like that and we are like this and the dogs are like that. In the end, it's all about changing your perspective. Eu tenho um canal, eu faço vídeo em inglês.
Esses dias eu usei um doce e aí a frequência da música me levou pra longe, assim, rolou uma vibração mesmo. E não foi tipo onda, tá ligado? Rolou mesmo, assim. E abriu vários portais.
Nestled here among the hills is São Tomé das Letras. This city is the city with the most UFO sightings all of Brazil. People swear that here is some kind of force of energy that attracts extraterrestrial beings, but also it could be all the weed and the LSD and the mushrooms that the people around here use that makes them see stuff. But people here swear that they can see fairies, gnomes, tree beings, rock beings, all kinds of nature, elemental beings. They all appear here in São Tomé for some reason. So everybody that is here behind me, they are waiting for the sun to come down, but they are also here in this town trying to find higher power. Might be nature itself, God, however you want to call it, or extraterrestrial beings that will take us from here, abduct us from Earth and take us somewhere nicer than Earth. But you know what we should be doing? We should be making this place better, this place good. So we shouldn't have to wish to be taken away, because we love our earth, we love our land, you know, we protect it and save it, save the forests, save the rivers, save the hills, the animals, the plants, the birds, life itself. And like, subscribe, and we'll see each other in the next video.
A cerveja.